Hello, it's day 78 of the Liberator project. It's a bit later tonight, but I'm inside, I'm in my kitchen, so it doesn't matter so much. Now, first of all, I did a bit of a slapdash job last night when I came out of the comedy club. I wanted to dash back and make sure I got the train home. There was security and stuff around. It was a bit awkward videoing there. But I'll tell you what happened yesterday, in case it wasn't really clear from my botched video yesterday. I went to get the train in to see Alistair Williams, and they wouldn't take cash. Now, I thought that was illegal, but I don't have a credit card, and that was a big issue for me because I had cash, I was ready to go, and so what happened was I had to drive to Watford station rather than Croxley, and there the machine took cash because I couldn't even park the car at Croxley because the car park, again, you needed to have a credit card or a debit card to park the car. The machines won't even take coins, which is a shame because I actually went to the newsagent and got a handful of coins because that's what I've always done. But I haven't been to up to London for a long time on the train, and probably not this year. So I didn't realise how sweeping the changes have been since I was last up there. Now, because I was messed around, I had to drive to, the other station and find somewhere to park, then walk to the station. I didn't arrive at the club. Rather than being half an hour early, as I'd planned, I was actually 20 minutes late. So when I got to the venue, they showed me into the main room, and there was nothing going on the stage. And so I waited for a bit, and then he didn't come on. I saw 6 other comedians, and I was expecting Alistair Williams to come on at some stage, but no, that was he never showed up. So I'd missed his show, but I don't know how, but I'd missed it by 20 minutes, and then I seemed to have missed everything else. Now, I can only assume, because he was supposed to do an hour show, that he was in a different room, and they have, probably upstairs and downstairs in the club, and I was shown into the wrong room. But on the plus side, I saw 6 comedians, and that was a £15 ticket, whereas Alistair Williams was only a £10 ticket. So I suppose I got value for money. One of the comedians, Neeps Man, I thought was really funny. I'll probably go and see him again. A lot of the comedians were just... they were just dreadful. The first guy on was one of the worst comedians I think I've seen. Well, no, I've been to these live comedy venues before. I've seen some terrible comedians, but he did a whole routine about Donald Trump told you to inject bleach. You go, well, he didn't, and that wasn't really funny sort of 6 months ago. It's really poor material. And again, there was acts that just played the race card or the sexist card or just being offensive. One guy said that Britain was the most racist country in the world apart from America. Well, it's like Britain isn't the most racist country on the world. I think you'd be hard pushed to find anywhere that was as tolerant as Britain. Possibly Sweden, I suppose, maybe, but certainly a country that's more white than England. And it's just ridiculous. Very, as I think I said in the last video, very, very lazy comedy. Just going up and insulting Boris Johnson, Brexit, Trump, white straight men. It's like, yeah, if it's funny, I'll laugh. If you've got a joke, tell it. But just, making your whole act about, Orange Man bad, or aren't men terrible, or isn't it horrible to be British? Not so funny. And to say the guest comedian was Alan Parsons, who's, I've seen him on telly, a while ago. I don't have a telly, but I know he's been, he was hailed as a sort of celebrity. Absolutely, let's be fair, crap, really awful set. And as I said, he did a little bit about David Attenborough that was funny, and Boaty McBoatface. But other than that, just doing this left wing, it's just, if it's funny, great. If you've got a joke, great, tell it. I'll laugh along with you. But if you're just going to go, well, isn't Donald Trump an idiot? He told everyone to inject bleach. You go, well, he didn't, but so not a resounding success in the night. you know, being me and being an extrovert, I did sit in the front, or as close to the front as I could. There was plastic screens everywhere, and I put a picture of that in on the Facebook page. You can see we're behind like perspex screens, and it was very weird because you couldn't actually. This is another problem I had, was the fact that you had to order drinks using your intelligent mobile phone, and then pay by credit card. Well, I didn't have a credit card. Perhaps I'm, you know, my God, am I getting old? But I had loads of cash, but that's no good. I was told that if I did it that way, I'd be responsible if the police came and raided us. Well, I don't know if that's true or another bollocks, but I wasn't going to do that, so I just had to make do without a drink. But show was very good. I mean, you know, I was picked on, but fantastic. I mean, I live for things like that. So overall, yeah, a good night. I'd go again. I'd certainly like to see Alistair Williams perform. Some of his act has been put online already. So what I do is I put a link to that down as well. You know, have a look. But I'm sad I missed it. But I can only assume I was showed to the wrong room, and say being 20 minutes late, I missed his performance. But there'll be other times, you know. So today, well, you can see my kitchen is interesting at the moment, and that's because I've been sorting my tools out and sorting out things to sell. That's this is a Sierra injection inlet manifold on my cooker, and say I've been sorting out loads of tools and stuff. It's a bit of a mess in here, but you know, when you sort things out, things always look worse before they get better. So you know, it's what I expect, really. Today was the last day I had the borscht. I've eaten all of that. Best day. Tasted absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend making that if you look back at my videos. And I will probably do that in a few days again and have another 4 days of borscht, because yeah, it's really nice. And it's when you're working on things and you haven't really got any way of cooking, you know, you can microwave a bowl or just clear enough space to do a saucepan. Nice to have a decent tasting hot meal rather than, you know, sandwiches or getting a takeaway. So I've sorted out my tools. Now I'm always in a dilemma in my tools because I do electronics. There's some for the car, some heavy duty tools for decorating, my electronic stuff, my plumbing stuff, and I always end up having big debates about which box am I going to put a particular tool in, and so I'm never entirely happy about that, because odds are if I go and do the car, I'll need some tiny little screwdriver I've put into my electronics kit, and it's not with me. So, and I can't carry everything around. I mean, it would, that'd be 4 toolboxes in total. So, I'm going to have to be a bit selective on that. Right, this is pump that I had. It didn't work, so the seller was very good to give me a full refund on that. Now these pumps are dirt cheap. They're like £7.50, but they don't last. They're dreadful, their quality. And looking through, I couldn't find anything reasonable for the price, but I splashed out and bought myself one of these. I needed a pump. I mean, I can probably fix that. I can probably fix that one, somehow. I've got 2 broken ones now. I'll probably make one good by combining them. But I bought this little one, and a friend had one of those the other day, and it was, this was £12, but it did seem to work much better than those ones. It's a lot quieter as well, and it had a longer lead. So that was my thing today. Nothing else to say really. My eBay auctions went well. The Mercedes seat sold for £53, and the guy's going to collect that at the weekend. And the Silver Mondeo that you've seen sold for £280. So fantastic. And the guy's going to pick that up at the weekend as well. Well, I hope he is. And the only thing is, tomorrow I've really got to find my logbook, because I don't know, I seem to put my passport and logbook and things like that in very safe places, which means no idea where it is. I'm going to have to spend today finding the logbook for that, and also the one for my kit car. And I'm sure they're together. They're probably with the logbook for my red Mondeo, and I've probably put them somewhere. I've probably hidden them somewhere. And anyway, hope that's tomorrow. Hope it's not going to take like 8 hours sorting out to find the logbooks, but important step on the project. And I said, this is just tools and stuff I'm sorting out for the cars, stuff. A lot of this will get auctioned. and or thrown away if it's no good. But you know, it's all part of the project. Anyway, 10 minutes. Thanks very much for watching, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.